What's up with it? It's your boy Noonie back with another reading. All right, so anyway, there was no big messages. There was nothing like super special that I need to say. But I do get somebody trying to make amends with y'all shortly. Anyway, let's see what the tea is. Dang, who was that for Scorpio? Anyway, Cancer. We got somebody's all in their head, overthinking, overstressed, overanalyzing. Could be you, could be somebody else, threatening. And so this is somebody who's bothered. Wait, what's going on right now? So this may be somebody who's bothered over you guys, bothered, intimidated, or somebody who's intimidated and wants to intimidate you guys. Hey, what's up, Club? What's up, Kimmy? What's up, Linus? All right, so this is somebody who's actually kind of paranoid around you guys. So this is somebody who you guys may even kind of have that vibe, like, oh, I can't really trust this person, or they're not really the most honest. Could be an Aries, could be a Pisces, but this could just be y'all just overthinking a situation, just kind of like taking this past a certain point, or somebody else is taking this situation past a certain point. Like they overthink. This maybe somebody feels like they need to protect themselves or guard themselves. Yeah, it could be a taboo connection or relationship. So this may be somebody who secretly is harboring feelings for y'all of like attraction. This may be taboo, meaning like this could be same sex. For some of y'all, this could be like same sex, or this could just be like maybe one of those people that, or one of those situations where you probably shouldn't be dealing with this person. But it's somebody who's been over analyzing maybe like your movements, or over analyzing like what you think about them, how you feel about them. You know what I mean? So, all right, it's a past person, South Node. So it's somebody who feels like you guys have unfinished business. You see this person on a regular too. Six of Pentacles, I mean, sixth house, which has to do with work, career, or people that you see on a frequent, people who have like a routine with a routine or a schedule. So there's someone who feels like you guys slept on them, slept on on their skills, or there's somebody who slept on your skills. So it could be a colleague who's like probably trying to figure out how you do what you do. It could be a Virgo, could be a Cancer, could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio. Ten of Wands. All right, it's Ten of Wands in reverse too. So this could be somebody who's procrastinating. So it's somebody who wants to get to know you guys deeper. All right, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So it's somebody who wants to get to know y'all deeper. They've been overanalyzed, so they may be just kind of threatened by like maybe if you have intuitive abilities. If they know that, then they may be threatened by that because it's somebody who doesn't feel like they can pursue or can persist moving the connection forward between y'all. They may feel like they're being overlooked by you. Could be a Taurus, could be a Sag, could be a Capricorn, could be a Virgo. All right, so there's somebody who's like wants to check up on you. So I guess they check up on y'all from day to day. Could be a Aquarius. So some of y'all, they want to kind of confront you guys because they feel like you guys maybe don't value them, appreciate them, or you guys just don't want to be bothered by them. They feel like you don't respect their values or their principles, the work, the effort that they put in. So some of y'all, it could be that. Maybe you may feel this way. Maybe that's what the mirror is. Maybe you may feel like you're not in the place where you go regularly, wherever these places may be. Maybe you could feel like unacknowledged, not noticed, not like, you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, not realized, I'm gonna say recognized. So maybe even that, maybe you're not gonna feel recognized in some way. Cause it almost will feel like there's a bunch of eyes on you or people are watching you. Like you get the stares, death stares. They giving you the look. King of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's the values. You guys don't share the same value system, or you guys don't do things the same way. So it's maybe somebody who's kind of like checking over your work. Maybe it's a boss or a manager. Somebody who's checking over your work. I don't know why this is. Six of Wands. So this is somebody who feels like you guys don't. You feel like either you guys don't deserve the respect or the admiration that you guys get, or the like validation that you guys get. So maybe like people kind of praise you guys on. Maybe people take on your responsibilities, your burdens. Like let's say you have a mom, a dad, a uncle, a cousin, a boyfriend, a husband, a girlfriend, somebody who just kind of takes on responsibilities for you, or kind of like does what you need them to do for you. Like you don't have to maybe you don't have to work as hard. Maybe that's what it is too. Like if it's at work, because sixth house usually gives coworkers, but if it's not coworkers, just people that you see regularly, like day to day. You know what I mean? And they don't have to be every day, but it can just be when I do this or I go here, these people are there. You know what I mean? So it could just be that. Anyway, so it's Five of Swords wanting to conflict is wanting to have confrontation or wanting to like confront you about something. So they may want to talk about something, bring something back up. Now, this somebody wants to kind of press the issue too, but they're really afraid of being rejected by you, or they're really afraid of like you telling them off, like get the fuck away from me, or like that's what it is. So if it's a person that's like finding you in like a more romantic way, This is somebody who's worried about you telling them to fuck off. Like, get the fuck away from me. Stop talking to me. Don't be around me. Blah, blah, blah. Like, they may feel like left behind by you. And they also kind of don't want to be the one to be overly pressed to try to make the situation go forward between you, because they kind of feel like they'd be bothering you, or they kind of feel like they'd be imposing their will on you. So just maybe somebody who's into fitness, or into like, maybe has like routines, maybe they're into like diet, clean eating, yeah, something like that. Or somebody who's used to like other people not taking care of their personal needs. So there's maybe somebody who feels like you're being spoiled, you're being treated better than me. People are, again, very similar to Scorpio. Maybe you guys working together. Maybe you guys are working with Scorpios or something like that, because very similar vibe, but not quite. All right, so it's somebody who you guys have an unfinished conversation with. You guys are going to be probably clearing it up. Five of Swords usually about confronting them. But with the moon here, this is having to do with this person's unconscious motives or unconscious feelings. All right. You said there are a lot of people that don't recognize my efforts or appreciate me. Yeah, it's always like that, right? It'd be like that. So there's somebody who's been sleeping on y'all for a while because they really feeling threatened by y'all or feel intimidated by y'all. Maybe because of your work ethic. Maybe that's what it is. Because it's maybe somebody who kind of downplays your efforts. I got 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I got King of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Like, this could be somebody who just makes bad judgments in general. Like, your way of seeing the world and their way of seeing the world just aren't the same. So even if it's romantic, this is somebody who feels like the relationship between y'all would be more of a burden, or would be more of like a stagnancy, or that it would be more of like a responsibility that they're not really willing to take on. They don't want the obligation. So there's maybe somebody's like, I don't want to have to take on your, let's say if you had kids, I don't want to be the one to take on your kids. Or let's say that you have a house or a bill. There's somebody who feels like that would be a responsibility they don't want to take on. You know what I mean? Maybe you have roommates. Maybe you have neighbors they don't like. Maybe you have something extra they feel like they don't want to be a part of, or they don't want to have to like carry the burden of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to pick up your extra slack. I don't want to have to do this. I don't do that. Or you're going to feel that way about this person. Like, I don't want to have to pick up the extra slack. I don't want to have to make up for this shit. I don't want to have to, like, you know what I mean? So there may be like a conversation about that. It's like a going back and forth. Ten of Swords, it's an uncomfortable conversation. So you guys may stop dealing with this person or stop talking to this person. You may just start avoiding this person. Maybe because of principles, maybe because of values. You know what I mean? Maybe you stop working with them. Maybe you stop like being around them. Because it's like the way that they view the world is not the way that you guys view the world. So it's like a big difference between y'all. It's called irreconcilable differences, or irreconcilable differences. The way I view the world, the way I view myself in the world, the way you view the world, your philosophies of living and existing in the world are not the same. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. The other day I was having a conversation with somebody, and it was really funny is I happened to watch this reading that I did. It was a pick a card, and it was about like who's coming towards you. Thank you so much, Steph. Piece of candy. And in that reading, I remember them saying like somebody was like kind of jealous because they're like, yo, like, why don't you get a real job? And then I happened to talk to this motherfucker on Instagram, and he texts me, you don't have the fortitude or the grit to build anything from the ground. Motherfucker, this job right here was just an idea, and I pay rent, insurance, car, and all the shit that I want to do off an idea that I was ambitious enough to follow through with. If that don't tell you what grit is, you don't know shit. We don't have the same view about life. That's an example of what I'm saying. We don't have the same view about life. You know what I'm saying? When I want something, I'm gonna make it happen for me. I don't need your validation or like accreditation to say, great job, because fuck you. You see what I'm doing. I don't have to clock in. You get what I'm saying? It's hard work, yes, but it's work that I do for myself. So that was like an uncomfortable conversation that we had to have. You know what I'm saying? So it's very similar to this. You're going to have something like this. Could be coworkers, could be families, people you see regularly. So it could be family because of the moon. This could be friends, neighbors. They're just like uncomfortable conversations. And it's kind of like they want to confront you because of your way of seeing the world, or your way of existing in the world, or your way of like seeing situations. You know what I mean? They haven't had those same experiences, which is what it is. It's like, I haven't had those experiences. I haven't seen this in my life. I haven't been involved in this type of energy. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what it is. South Node just means that this may be a talent that you guys have already had, or some type of skill set that you've already had that you're gonna have to probably rehash or bring back up in your life. You're gonna probably have to re-exercise it in your life again. So, all right, what else? Okay, we got a couple of minutes. What do I want to give you now? Here, because we did that already. So somebody's been in their mind about how to blame you, or how to make you feel guilty, or how to make you feel stressed. So they may be wanting to like put on a burden on y'all. That might be what it is. Maybe somebody wants to put a burden on y'all, or put some type of like, I don't know, I'll have you ostracized. They want you to feel left out. the way that they do. And so look alike. So this maybe somebody who's a sailor or in the Navy at one time, or it's so too dark. So this is somebody who feels like you guys are more lighter than them, or catch more attention than them, or you get more, I don't know, something like that. They have pretty eyes or attractive eyes. They may have also an addiction to sugar. I don't know if it's the booger sugar, but it could just be sugar. Maybe they like a lot of sweets. Maybe they like a lot of like, I don't know. This is somebody who feels like their life is harder than yours, or their issues, their problems are harder than yours. So this may be somebody who tries to put that on you, blame you for why things aren't working the way that they're working. So you may end up, like I say, you may end up like moving away from this person. We do got the hair out here, so you may kind of forgive them anyway because their value systems just don't align with yours, but like, or their way of doing things just don't align with yours. But it kind of just like you may just kind of avoid this person because of principles. You know what I mean? So it says, don't trust everything you see. Even salt looks like sugar, which kind of gives me the vibe is like, don't trust this person because they may be really secretly a hater or secretly not fond of you. You know what I mean? They just don't feel like you deserve to be acknowledged in the way that you are. So it could be a Leo, could be a Aquarius, could be a Gemini, could be a Capricorn, could be a Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio. Anyway, it says your angels are with you. Believe that you are never alone. All right, so this is somebody who probably feels alone, feels like they're doing stuff on their own, trying to get it together. So anyway, it says believe, be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas. There is nothing to fear. You are constantly surrounded by love. Start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided you are flexible and retain an open heart and open mind. All is possible. So I guess these uncomfortable conversations are meant for you guys to like impose some of your value systems, or share some of your value systems, share some of your like past experiences with this person, because maybe they have never had any of these. Maybe it's like stories that y'all may share with each other. So maybe it's not all as bad, but this is somebody who's overthinking it, over analyzing, and feeling threatened by you guys, feeling threatened by you guys being yourselves, or maybe from like lack of communication, because maybe you don't talk to them. That could also be a two. Ten of Swords sometimes like we don't talk, we've been blocked, or there's like a interruption, not interruption, there could be a obstacle in the way of us communicating with each other. So all right, anyway, Cancer, thank y'all for being here. Linus Kitty, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the ball right now. I love you. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Take it easy. Don't be working too hard. Don't let them stress y'all out, because they ain't really paying enough for that. That's for sure. You only got one life to live. Don't be carrying the burdens and expectations of others. It should get easier after that. Anyway, y'all, I'm gone.